Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. We are back here in Utopia and we are gonna hopefully finish off our Jaguar habitat today. Last episode we got all the foliage done and I think it really finished off the building, the habitat really nicely. So I'm very happy with how this has all turned out, but there is still more to do. First thing I'm going to do is try and just finish off our structure. So pathway, I discussed in the last episode potentially branching off over here. Okay, what's he doing? Why is it not letting me do anything here? It's not. It's because it's on a slope. Okay, that's awkward. I was hoping I could branch that off and bring it over here. I may have to branch off over here instead, which is a bit of a shame, but if that's what I have to do, yeah, that's fine actually. That's absolutely fine. So let's do that. Let's branch off. Hang on, I need railings on elevated. Oh, there's a bench there, didn't see that. That's fine. So yeah, I'm going to bring off a pathway like this, and I'm going to bring it in and put it right over the waterfall there. All right, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, nice and low to the water there. I like that. And then if you're standing on here, you get a nice view down into the Jaguar habitat. That's great. And then that'll allow me to do another habitat in this area in the future. But I just wanted to get that structure in first, so I know what I'm working with. Right. So what we've got to decide is what I'm doing along the top here of this whole sunken area, and whether I want to kind of blend it off a bit with some angled stuff, which I think I do. I think it's a bit harsh. I think having this as a sort of a flat edge. I think it's going to work better if I just smooth it off a bit like this. Hang on, that doesn't quite look right there, does it? It's very hard getting this sort of thing right, because you want it to look natural, but you also want it to look random, and those two things are not always easy. I suppose what I could do is a little bit of smoothing as well once I do this bit. Just blending the two bits together a bit smoother, that's all. So your feedback has been fantastic on this this whole zoo so far, really. There we go, that looks better. Yeah, I do really appreciate all your feedback, your comments, your likes, your subscribers, your subscriptions, I should say. That's probably the right word. So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with this zoo, I have to be honest. And it seems like you guys are as well, so that's fantastic news. Right, we're getting somewhere now. Here we go. Smooth that off. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that just smooths it off. Looks a little bit nicer. Still not entirely sure how I'm going to edge a lot of this, but we'll get there. Let's do it piece by piece. So over here, I need a little rock formation, I think, along under here. I'm going to go with Taiga, I think. And I think what I might do, because I think this one, let's see, it's not a flat top, but I think if I do it right, I can make this into a flat top. And then I'll be able to add to this with some bits and pieces underneath. hopefully come up with just a simple rock formation like this. Hang on, there should be 5 rocks there. No, come on, we don't want this stuff. Okay, I should have done this out in the middle of nowhere, shouldn't I? No. Oh, is this tricky? Hang on. No, go away, don't want them. Oh my word. 5 objects, there we go, that's better. Nice, right. So, the idea is I can pop this like this, and then do a bit of copy and paste, potentially, I hope, to get this kind of filled in. And it doesn't, yeah, like that. I don't have to sort of keep them all flat angles. I can use this at different angles to vary up the patterning. Like so. Excuse me. You know me, I am in a permanent state of being poorly. Oh, just got a rock poking through there. That's fine. I'll sort that out. Yes. As anyone know who has children, you are basically always ill when you have a child in the house. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment, I'm afraid. My little girl just makes me permanently sick. Never mind, that's the joy of children, isn't it? Right, I'm going to keep going with this design. Again, it's one of those things that'll look much better once you've built up foliage as well. Be careful that it's not sticking through like that. Okay, how far do I need to go? Yeah, I probably need to do at least this bit. It does seem to slope slightly, this ground, actually. It's a bit odd. I thought I'd made it all very flat, but apparently not. I think it's these bits, isn't it? Yeah, these bits kind of poke out and go downwards into the steps. So yeah, that's to be expected. Right, let's do some work around these bits. So actually, I need hopefully I can kind of hide these. I'm not detailing inside the inside these tunnels. I'm not too fussed about that, I'll be honest, but I am just gonna do a bit on the outside here like this. Yeah, not sure how much I'm going to do with these ones, but yeah, that's fine. And then I think a lot of it will get covered up with these nice big rocks. And then I guess the theme around the foliage here, I probably won't go with what I've done inside the habitat down below. It's going to be more of a forest theme, I guess, up here. Okay, that's not quite going to work because they stick through the ground too much, so I'll just go with a few more of these up here, I think. And just layer it a little bit like that. And then I'll do a whole load of foliage basically around here. Don't know where this path's going yet, so I'm not going to do anything with that. But I think, yeah, as a simple cave entrance, I think that works fine. Not sure what I'm doing in here, but probably a big tree in there. Right, and then we've got similar over here. So again, I'll just try and disguise this here with one or two of these. Very handy, these big flat rocks. They serve a very good purpose in a lot of places. So there's going to be a lot of rock work, I'm afraid, in this episode. But these things have to happen. Right, let's just get these little gaps covered under here. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Let's just get a little bit around here, not too much though. That looks fine to me. Actually, I might just cover up this in here. Just a little bit like that. And then we've got this pathway here, just needs a little bit as well. Again, I'll probably try and hide most of that with something else. I don't know, I might actually try and cover this completely. I think that could be an interesting challenge. Let's have a look actually, because it depends how wide that is, but actually I could make it look really cool if it's an appropriate width, which is like that, like a 4 meter thing. I wonder, let's have a look. I think this could look really good actually if I line this up properly like so, and then I'll cover up the edge as well if I can redo a bit of edging. Let's have a look. And then actually, I'll tell you what, let's blend them together, and then let's just do that to mix the pattern up. Typical, it's not gonna slide on the right angle, is it? But it's gonna let me do it that way at least. So let's give this a go, see what it looks like. I just don't like the path. I don't like this old pathway. I think it just looks weird. I don't know why, just because it's a staff path, why it has to have stupid Planet Zoo symbols all over it. I just think it looks a bit silly. Right, and then let's just keep this going until it's gone. And then I wonder, I'm going to have to get rid of that. And then see if I can just place these individually. Oh, I've got to get rid of that. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. I'll try and mix it up a bit. Hang on. Have I gone too high? Let's have a look. Oh god. It's not flat, that's why. That's tricky. Tell you what, let's get rid of that one. Let's go back to the align to surface, and then that should solve the issue. I will have to kind of sink them in individually like this, but they should roughly work. I might have to move the odd one in if they're sticking over the edge a bit too much. Oh, typical, got rid of the angle snap. Probably shouldn't have, never mind. I don't mind if a little bit of the path underneath shows through, but I just don't want too much of it showing through. I can kind of overlap a couple like that as well, that's fine. And obviously I don't care if their feet disappear through the through it either. It really doesn't make any difference to me. This is just one of those little custom details that I like to do sometimes. It really doesn't serve any purpose. I just prefer this sort of thing to the actual original look. Yeah, this is going to be tricky here, isn't it? Well, that's fine. I'll come up with something in a minute. Actually, I'll tell you what, if I just keep this going like this, because now this is flat, so it should be a lot easier here. If I sink, I don't mind this doormat showing, but logically I can just use this to cover up this floor. Right, and then I probably want to do a bit here that's flat roughly to that, and then I'll build a little barrier around the edge. What have we got? No, not that piece. That one and that one. I think just bring them up a tiny bit. Actually, that one as well. And that one. Just got the path showing underneath just a little bit. Excellent. Okay. That one and that one. Actually, they're not needed at all. So they can disappear. And then I do need to turn some so we don't have that repeating pattern. Let's purposely not do it with angle snap so that you don't get a perfect match. Quite like these just slightly angled so you do have a few little gaps. Okay, and last one. Okay, good. Right, let's just quickly paint the grass away. See, that does look nicer, doesn't it, as a pathway? Once I do something to the edge as well, and I know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to rely on my trusty stone beam. Can't go wrong with this piece. It's one of the best. It's the best edging piece in the game. Let's just put it like that. I just love it. It just covers everything. Right, so I want it to cover up that bottom run, the bottom bit of the fencing. I also need it to be roughly straight like that. Right, let's see how it goes. So what I'll do, I'll bring it right down to there, and then I will lift it a bit as well. Let's see where it needs to go. Yeah, right back to there. Okay, that's fine. How is that looking? Yeah, that looks good. Actually, I'll probably need, let's have a look. Yeah, because the whole thing angles there, so if I bring that across, nice. Okay, and then hopefully I can pretty much copy this exactly on this side. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's literally copy it. Let's add them. Typical, and then I click on the one piece that I didn't put in the group. Right, let's just see if I can copy that across. Yes, I can. Look at that. And then I just need to... Okay, why isn't that letting me click on it? Oh. There we go. Let's just move that to there. And then let's grab a new one. And let's get that to there, and then let's just sink that down something like that. And then I'll do something similar on this side. Okay. Don't actually mind that. I think if I continue that to there, I think that will make sense. And then I'll need to create a little bit of extra fencing, I think, on there. Probably with these pieces will make sense. So I get that on there, and then one of these. Actually, let's try and blend it into this one. So I think I need to bring it onto this side actually. And then down. Okay, and then yeah, let's double it up so that it goes all the way across to there. I might just sink that in. Right, let's just get this looking better. Can I just null that? Yeah, I think I'll null that, and then I can build something better around it. I tell you what, I might just come into here. Actually, let's take that along. I might as well take this all the way along and then join it into the building, whatever the building ends up being. Like that, and then I'll grab one of these as well. I'll get one there, one there. I might just have to rejig them. Let's just get one there as well. Cool. Okay, so at least it looks like we've got some fencing there to protect you. It gets a little bit close to the ground, but that's just because the ground is wonky, so I don't mind that. That's fine. Great. This is looking good. We've got a bit of a bump in the ground here and a bit of a raised bit there. I just wonder if I can manipulate that or not. No, I can't. I wonder why. And I can't. Can I pull this? No, it's not going to let me pull or push. Oh, well, never mind. That's not the end of the world. I mean, I might just see if I can hide it a bit. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I wonder, is that going to kind of creates a little step, but I don't mind that as long as the people can still actually no, I don't need that. If they can still get over it. Yeah, staff traversable area is good. Cool. Okay, that's better. Let's just get rid of some of this. Okay, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I need to do this little keeper hut here. What do I want this to look like? Probably wood, because I kind of want it to blend in. So let's see if I bring it and just, yeah, make it a really simple little building. Do I want it to be really small, or do I want to make it look a bit bigger? I'm just gonna test something. If I had it looking bigger like that, and then actually kind of down the side, what does that look like? Goes right down like that. So that's too much, but I can always, yeah, I can do that. Do you know, I don't mind that. I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to see what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to look good or not. Now, why has that done that? That's really annoying. Okay. I don't know why I wanted to do that. These small buildings sometimes can just look a bit too small. I think they can look nicer if you make them a bit bigger, even though they don't need to be. Kind of makes it more an obvious building, but again, I'll hide most of it. I'll put some vines and stuff like that around it as well. And roof-wise, I'm thinking probably just a really simple roof. Nothing that's going to stand out. And then let's just see if this is the right. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's just come out and have a look. Don't mind that. I'll get some windows on it. Make it look more like there's a lot more going on inside. And then obviously the outside will mostly get hidden with foliage. I'll have a load of ivy and stuff growing up it, I think. I think particularly coming up from here, I think that would look quite nice actually, if I have ivy coming up from the bottom. What have we got? This is the old ivy. They have put new ivy in. So this is ivy that comes down like that. I think I like this stuff. Something like that. And then you can have some other stuff coming up on this side. Kind of covering up a bit there. And let's get some of this lovely downward stuff as well, which looks great. And I will hide a lot of this stuff as well. A lot of the wall will be hidden with general bushes and foliage as well. I did say I was going to do windows, didn't I? I'll look into that. I like the idea of a window in here somewhere. I've just realised what the time is. My episode is almost at an end. Ooh, what do we got? No, I don't like the wooden windows. I quite like this because obviously it's a wooden building, but it's essentially an office thing. So I do quite like using big, obvious windows, because if you actually had this as a proper zoo building, you'd want some decent windows. Yeah, let's. I think sunk down, so it actually looks like it's in line with the door, makes sense. Let's just play with the detailing on here. Let's change the white to a brown, and I want the colour to be a bit more orange at night time. Let's put a couple in. I don't mind that one's sort of overtaken with the ivy. I think that would look quite nice. Let's try and match it up in line with that one. There we go. So one of them has just sort of got a bit lost and the other one is still there. Nice. So what I'll do, I think, with the foliage will be similar, I think, to this. I'll have a load of these nice sort of conifers and pines. I don't know what all these things were actually. Were they? Oh, you've got maple trees, larch, the cypress. I think that's what I'll continue up here, because I kind of want this basin to be its own area, and then up around the top will be all the other type of foliage. And then I'll copy some of this other stuff that I've put in here as well, up in these bits here. And I think that will look really nice. And I'll do a little bit on this side of this pathway, and then obviously, like I say, this side will become another habitat at some point. This main path here, I may bring this actually over the top of the edge here on this side and have it coming in over this direction. Kind of curve it around here somewhere. Let me just quickly do that now and see what we think. And then, yes, hang on, I'm on the right thing. Let's get it up. I think it's maximum width, isn't it? Yeah. Let's increase the length as well. So yeah, so I'm thinking, let's get rid of that. I'm thinking in and kind of really hanging over this edge, I think could look quite cool. Kind of bring it right into these trees here and right around here. Because the top edge here is a bit of a problem. It's not a very easy area to hide, but if you do this, it's going to be better because, yeah, let's bring that around like that, and then, yeah, it's going to be easy to hide this because I can just do a little bit of rock work under here and then a few bits of foliage, and it will kind of blend the whole thing in. But this is all kind of floating. So again, I can do a layer of rocks on one side to make it look like it's nice and solid there, and then on this side it's basically just going to be supported from the rocks behind, and then again have foliage in the front. But it does give you another nice area like this where you could be walking along and looking down into the habitat below. I think that looks good from up here. Once this is all decorated, it kind of finishes off the area quite nicely, doesn't it? I do need this pathway here to blend in. Oh, look at that. That was actually a nice set of steps there. I quite like the steps rather than a slope, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that looks nicer than a slope. I quite like that this drops right down to ground level as well, over the water here. So I might put something in here like flamingos, maybe, something that's going to appreciate this lower water area. That kind of makes sense actually to have a little flamingo area here. Yeah, I can't do a lot with this water because the barriers are tricky to manipulate, especially now that I've done this. I'm not sure whether I could expand on this. I mean, I've got it here. I could be sneaky. I could, no. I don't know. I'll think about that. I'll think about that and get onto it next time. But obviously I do want these rivers all sort of connecting to each other. Luckily I've got an output there, and I have got an output here already. So yeah, I mean, flamingos aren't going to need a big space, so this is probably enough for them anyway. And then they can just have their land here, and I'll do some landscaping here and continue this rock edge here. I think that would look nice. And then I can create like a little waterfall here, maybe coming down into the water. That would be nice. Give them a bit of land, bit of water. They don't need a big area. Excellent. Yeah, there you go. That's my next idea. Flamingos. Fantastic. Cool. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We're definitely making some good progress here, I feel. So yeah, next episode I'll just finish off the foliage up in this top area around here. Then I will get working on the next habitat, which will be, as discussed, flamingos over here. That'd be fantastic. Cool. There we go. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had fun. Hopefully you've found it educational and relaxing and informative, and whatever else you desire from my videos. And I will see you again in the next one very soon, hopefully. Until then, do take care of yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.